So it's September, and you guys know what that time is. It is time for some more Nintendo Direct rumors. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Before we jump into this, let's get the elephant out of the room, because I know a lot of people are probably wondering who've been around the channel for a long time. Dude, you look different. Yeah, I'm wearing glasses. I don't usually wear my glasses. I don't really need them. I can make do without them, but they do help me see a little bit more clearly. And I've been seeing way too many spiders than is comfortable for my liking down here, because my kind of setup is in the basement. And yeah, because of that, I've put on my glasses to make sure that I can spot any creepy crawly critters. What the heck did I just say? I don't know. I don't like spiders, okay? We all hate something in life, and that's one thing I just don't like. I just don't like them. And when I see so many of them, and the other day, quite a big one too, I'm like, you know what? It's time to put on the glasses to make sure that I can spot one from a mile away. Watch one crawl behind me while I'm recording this. Anyways, let's talk about the Nintendo Direct. There is no official announcement. This is more of a discussion. I just want to preface this video by saying that, so you're not, you know, deceived into thinking that I got some special information. But there are rumors going around. There are various sources who have had, you know, mixed what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my goodness. Like they've been accurate sometimes, and other times they have not been. They've had kind of a mixed accuracy rating, I guess. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Anyways, so those people are talking about it, and you're like, well, they've been right about some stuff, they've been wrong about other stuff. Are they going to be right? Are they going to be wrong? I don't know. But there is one interesting thing that I seen a few weeks ago on Twitter, and that is the fact that in the past, I think it was like 5, 6, or 7 years, around that time frame. It could be more, I don't remember, but it's at least 5 to 7 years, give or take. Out of the past, you know, 5 to 7 years, we've had about only 1 year that there was not a Nintendo Direct in September, I think it was. And actually, I believe it was last year. Yeah, last year we had 2, with the Mario Edition one, 35th anniversary, and we also had a special, like, normal Nintendo Direct. So there is a possibility that maybe we're going to get a Zelda one, and we're going to get a normal one. The thing is that Nintendo came out earlier this year and said that, well, we're not going to have anything more for The Legend of Zelda, because you know, this is pretty much what we have to announce, and that's that. Here's the thing: the last Direct that we had a bunch of Zelda content, it was the E3 one, right? Yeah, it was the E3 one back in June. The thing is that Skyward Sword was not yet released, right? And obviously, you know, despite this fact, but even more so because of this fact, I mean, taking into account, there are already some naysayers about Skyward Sword HD. They felt like, you know, that it wasn't a good deal, that it was being overpriced for what it is. I mean, people always complain about Nintendo stuff for whatever reason. But anyways, I mean, okay, I will say this before we continue. There is some valid criticism in some regards. Other times I'm like, okay, well, you know, it is what it is. It's not a bad deal in certain regards, but let's not get into that, because that's a whole other topic. The point being is that, obviously, I don't think they would want to even hint at any other Zelda. Okay, let me backtrack even further. About a year and a half ago, I think it was, I made a video saying that Skyward Sword HD was leaked. I can't remember what the leak was, and that, you know, it was being made, and we were gonna get Skyward Sword HD at some point. And I was confident that you know, there's a lot of times where I say these leaks are, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but I was pretty confident that Skyward Sword HD was going to happen. Beside this leak, I said Skyward Sword HD was going to happen even before that. It's all on my channel. You can go back. It's there. You know, I've said it for a long time. It was going to come out. It was going to come out before Breath of the Wild 2. And at the time, when these leaks started going around about Skyward Sword HD about a year and a half ago, I can't remember exactly when it was anymore, Aonuma and Nintendo came out and said that it was all just, of course, you know, rumors. That they were not. They actually lied. They straight up lied. They said straight up, we are not working on a Skyward Sword HD. I believe it was like at one of the Zelda's Orchestra event or something. I can't remember exactly, you know, the event or the date, but I remember what, you know, the general idea of it. And the idea was they did basically shut it down completely. They said it's not happening. You know, we're not even working on it. And there's no way that they weren't, like, working on it at that time. They must have at least started working on it. So the point being is that even though Nintendo said there's nothing else for Zelda's 35th anniversary, it would be kind of weird that they did so much for Mario's 35th and then would turn around and do so little for Zelda's 35th. I'm not saying necessarily we're going to get a full-blown, game coming out, or even a port, which I'm still really hoping that Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD does get announced this year, because I'm dying to play those on my Switch. I mean, Twilight Princess is my favorite game of all time. Not favorite Zelda, favorite game of all time. I will buy that game a freaking billion times. I will buy it on every single Nintendo console known to mankind. It's just my favorite game of all time. So I still believe that's a very strong possibility, but even if it wasn't for that, there are still other things, right? We had the Mario's 35th, what was it called again? Oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank. It was basically the online, right? It was like 35 players, I think, or whatever. It was kind of like Battle Royale style. They had that special limited time game mode. They had that. They had other smaller things as well, which of course they announced the Zelda Game & Watch, but that's a little bit different. And so I still believe that there's something else for Zelda's 35th. There's no way that Mario, which is one of their biggest franchises, gets all this stuff, right? Think about this. Mario, we got the 3D All-Stars collection. We had literally Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy come to the Switch. 3 games in one. We also had a Mario 3D World. We had Mario 3D World come over in that same kind of time frame. That was a little bit later, at the beginning of this year. That was still technically in the 35th anniversary time frame. We had that. So we had 4 different Mario games. We had that special Battle Royale style. I forget what it's called right now. We had the Game & Watch, of course. And there's something else we got. We got the pins as well, the Mario 35th anniversary pins, which I thankfully was able to snag through my Nintendo. And we got all that. And beyond that, I think there was something else. I can't remember. Anyways, I'm trying to blank. So we got a lot of stuff with Mario's 35th. There's no way that Zelda, which is arguably maybe even bigger than Mario. Maybe not bigger than Mario, because Mario hits a lot of the more casual, gamers out there. I mean, any person in the world knows Mario. I don't think everyone knows Zelda, so maybe Mario's bigger. But still, Zelda's still pretty massive. I mean, the Zelda franchise has become a behemoth, especially with Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild has introduced a lot of newcomers to Zelda. I've seen a lot of people say, I've never played a Zelda game. Breath of the Wild is my first, so and so. I mean, dude. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. There's just no way that they would go so hard for Mario and basically Skyward Sword HD and a Game & Watch. Is that pretty much all we got? That is all we got, right? And the amiibo. I mean, we got the Loftwing amiibo, which probably would have came out either way. I don't think that's specific to the 35th anniversary. But the thing is, I just don't see that being it. So I think there's still announcements for that. And then beyond that, sorry, I've been ranting a lot about Zelda, but beyond that, we have the rumored Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which we don't even know if it's actually going to be called that. But obviously they're working on a 3rd game for sure. I would be very surprised if they don't. I mean, I guess technically it's a 4th game, right? But whatever. The point being is that obviously the new Xenoblade Chronicles game that's been rumored, and it's pretty much, I think the rumors that we got, especially the fact that some of it came from one of the voice actresses, I think it's pretty much certain. And even the rumor that it was originally supposed to come out this year, but now it's, I guess, maybe pushed off to early 2022. Like, we literally have no idea what's coming beyond this year. And of course, Nintendo is the kind of company that announces things last minute. They could wait till like January or December even to announce, like, okay, next month this game's coming out, and they announce, like, the spring lineup. They could wait for that, but again, I think there's just too much to expect. And given on their track record, like I said, we've had this consistency of, we get a Nintendo Direct almost every single September for the past like 5 to 7 years or whatever it's been. So I really believe that we're going to be getting a Nintendo Direct this month. The question is when. It could be as early as next week. It could be as late as the end of the month. September is what, 30 days? I don't know how many days is in every month. 30 days in September, yeah. So it could be at any time throughout this month. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. When is this going to come? I just wanted to talk about it because, of course, it's pretty much going to happen. The question is when. I would be very surprised if we don't get a Nintendo Direct in September. And like I said, I do believe for Zelda's 35th. There's still more. And Mario's 35th, the bulk of it that they announced was in September technically. They had the Mario 35th anniversary direct in September. So, you know, they probably would have wanted to wait until Skyward Sword was out there and had a couple months to kind of like marinate. I don't think marinate's the right word, but anyways, thinking about food too much. But, you know, I think they wanted Skyward Sword to sit out there for a while, and then they're going to be like, okay, you know, a few months later in the fall. So here we got a couple other things for you guys. Maybe Twilight Princess, Wind Waker HD. And imagine if they actually bundle those together, then even more so. They would definitely wouldn't have wanted to announce that before Skyward Sword even released, because then people would have been even more upset that Skyward Sword HD, you know, was sold by itself as a full game, and then Twilight Princess, Wind Waker were getting packaged. To be fair though, if they did do that, I just want to say really quick, my argument would be like, well, Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD were already sold as their own thing individually on the Wii U. So to be fair, it would make more sense to package those together and to sell Skyward Sword as a standalone. But I don't know. Anyways, everyone's going to argue about that if that does happen. It's going to be a crazy thing again. I'm just going to sit here like, whatever, dude. I don't care. Give me my Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD on my Switch. Call it a day, and we're good to go. That's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Apologize for ranting so long. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys hope to see from a rumored Nintendo Direct. Again, I hope that there's more Zelda's 35th anniversary. Again, another thing that I didn't mention was basically the fact that I think Triforce Heroes on Nintendo Switch Online would be great. The game didn't really play well on 3DS, but it was a really good game if it would have played better. You know what I mean? I enjoyed when it actually worked decently. So I think with Nintendo Switch servers, I think that'd be perfect. You know, drop it on Nintendo Switch Online as a Nintendo Switch Online exclusive, even, you know, to push more, you know, Nintendo Switch subscriptions. Hey, I mean, that's a smart business model plan, right? Just give us Triforce Heroes on the Switch, even. I don't know. Anyways, that's it. Like I said, that's it. That's wrapping up the video. We're wrapping it up. We're done. I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, stay well, subscribe for more Nintendo content, check out the other gaming channel I have down in the description below, which is everything non-Nintendo. Join our Discord, follow me at JSkeleton on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.